You know, someday I may do a review of a Melt Cosmetics collection without wearing my Melt and Beetlejuice shirt. Today's not that day. Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be trying out, talking about, and I'm going to give you my first impressions on the Melt Cosmetics Evergreen collection. I am very, very excited for this because if you all know me at all, green eyeshadow is probably my all-time favorite color to wear. Like I love, you know, like a bronzy neutral sometimes. I love just a plain black eyeliner, but when it comes to wearing color, green is usually like my go-to. I am so excited. I'm going to show you everything in this collection. We are going to try it on for the first time. I've done swatches, but I have not put it on my face yet. Let's get into it. First, let me just show you the whole collection and talk about pricing for everything. First, we have the Melt Evergreen stack. This is a beautiful 5 shadow stack. And I just love these. I've talked about these stacks before. I love how compact they are, and I love how complete of a color line they are. They are just beautiful. All the colors complement each other. And this stack made me very, very happy when I was swatching it because all of the colors swatched beautifully. You might know with the pink stack, I did have issues with one of the colors. It just wasn't working well for me, and I really had to work at it to get it to work. These, I was like barely touching the shadow, and it was fully opaque on my arm. Absolutely beautiful. This is probably going to wind up being my favorite of the stacks. I use the 2 neutral stacks all the freaking time, like all the time. I used one yesterday. I used the neutral brown stack, but I can already tell hands down this is going to be my favorite. This stack retails for $36. And again, I'm going to go over all the individual prices, but you're going to save obviously if you get the full bundle. But now let's go ahead and also talk about the 2 gel liners. So the first gel liner that we have is Calibri, and the one that I'm showing you here on the screen is the brand new one I got, but this is actually a redo, if you will, from the, I think it was the Amor Eterno, no, Amore Mariposas collection. Yes, there's even butterflies on this. So this is my older one. I'm going to try this first, but I'll be honest, because that collection is a bit older, if this feels dry at all, I might just get rid of it and be using my new one. But this next color is the one that's going to have my heart. This is Hellflower. Oh my God. It is so freaking beautiful, and I have a feeling this is probably going to become one of my favorite Melt gel liners of all time. So it is this dark, deep, kind of like army olive green, and it is just stunning. But I also want to compare it real quick. So this is one of my other favorite Melt gel liners, and this is Wallflower. This has been discontinued. So just real quick, I just want to, oh my God, interesting. Hold on, I want to show you this. This one is Wallflower, this one is Hellflower. So you can see them next to each other, but look at Wallflower. Look at how dried out it looks compared to the brand new one. This is very old. It is really old, but still one of my favorites. This is still so creamy. So this one is Wallflower. Okay, and let me touch into Hellflower. That one is definitely creamier. This one is Hellflower. So you can see Hellflower is a lot deeper. It is a lot deeper, a lot darker. It has some more like brownish tones to it. Both of them are absolutely beautiful greens, you know, just different. So if you do have Wallflower, I think Hellflower makes a great companion. Also, those gel liners are $22 each. Let's get into the Chill Powder Blush. The Chill Powder Blush retails for $22 and is just this beautiful, kind of slightly cool toned mauve type of pink. I say mauve, but there's no purple tones to it really. It's just a good, cool tone, neutral pink. I'm very excited to try this one. I have a feeling this could become a go-to. I am somebody who prefers a cream blush formula. I will straight up say that. And Melt's cream blushes in particular are my absolute favorite formula, period. But I am curious to try this one because I've been really liking lately using a cream blush and then topping it with a powder. So this is the Chill Blush. And the final piece in the collection is the Baked Lipstick. This is a really good companion almost to the Chill Powder Blush because it is that slightly cool toned neutral-ish pink. I did have somebody DM me and ask me if this was the same as Grunge Nude. So I'll show you a picture here on the screen of the 2 of them together. You can see Grunge Nude is much deeper, much more cool toned than Baked. I think Baked is going to be like a staple for me personally. I think it's just a beautiful neutral pink. I am very excited to try this. Oh my gosh, and the lipstick retails for $22 as well. Now, if you want the whole bundle, it's $85. This is a $124 value, so you're saving almost 40 bucks, which is pretty damn good. If you think that you want several pieces from the collection, I want to start now. I'm impatient. So I already have on my brows, my foundation, my concealer, a tiny bit of bronzer, not much really, and powder to set everything. Oh, and also an eyeshadow primer. What I want to start with actually is the blush. I really want to try this because I'm very curious. So I'm just taking my Singe F06, which is my favorite brush for a powder blush. And I'll start small and then I will build up. Oh, okay, I started small and that is pretty intense. But if you've watched my channel at all, you know that I have a tendency to put on such a little amount of blush and then I go back when the look is finished and apply more. So maybe starting off with more isn't a bad thing. This is a very pretty color though. This is like a nice, did I call this the baked blush? This is the chill blush, excuse me. This is such a pretty color though. Like, it's not quite a natural flush, but it is, I don't know, it's just pretty. This is good, and this is very nice and pigmented, so a little bit goes a very long way, and it is easily buildable. Oh, I like this color. Yeah, this is very buildable. It is really, really pretty, though, and right now, again, it looks extreme, but once we have eye makeup on, it won't be. Do I want fake freckles today? Hang tight, I'm putting on some freckles. The other day, I had fake freckles down pat for the first time ever, and now I'm like, oh, we're back to it looking smeared and weird. All right, it is time to get into this eyeshadow stack. I keep wanting to call this the eyeshadow palette. This color story is so beautiful to me. Like, guys, look at those two nasty, nasty greens. Oh, I'm excited. I'm just gonna kind of go with vibes here because I sort of have no idea where I want to go. First thing I want to take is this color, which is called Zaza. This is the middle tone of the palette, at least as they call it. So this is kind of a mid-tone olive army green, and I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it here. I don't know why, I'm just getting the, you know what, I do know why, because the other day I was watching a Robert Welsh video, and this was the first place that eyeshadow was placed in that tutorial, and for some reason it kind of got me going. It looks really weird right now, but blend it out, it'll be lovely. I probably should have gone for something like super simple today that I knew would be great, but I feel like just playing. So you can see I kind of took it down a little bit on the nose, just a scotch, and oh my god, that color is so pretty already. I'm going to take a more defined brush and I'm going into Gardening, which is the deeper green. It's not the deepest. The deepest is more like a forest green, whereas this is olive. This is the deepest color, and this is Heavy Haze, and that's the deepest of the colors. But for this one, I want to take this color, again, it's called Gardening, and I'm bringing this all throughout the crease. I'm actually bringing this up quite high too. It's so interesting. Are you able to see the difference between those two colors? Let me pack this one on again. Again, this one is called Zaza. This is the green that I do think is kind of like, there we go, actually packed on. I feel like you can see it's definitely a bit brighter, but anyway, with this, I'm just keeping my eyes open, because as I get older, my eyes are getting more and more hooded. I am going to blend this out, but I just kind of want this shape. I want to keep it close to the inside of my nose and then take it up from there. I am so happy that the quality of this is like typical melt quality, because again, I was a little bit, tiny bit nervous with that pink palette because it just didn't work as well for me. That it was only one color that didn't work well. But nonetheless, that color just really didn't work well for me. These colors look so similar on the eyes. That's very interesting to me, but they are very much not similar. So I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and blend out these edges. So I'm going to start on the inner lid with Sour Static. This is the most beautiful lime green ever, and I want this to be bright. So I'm hoping that this is not the type of shadow that requires a white base. I mean, anything would show up bolder on a white base, but let's see if we can pack this on and get it to the opacity I want. All right, so I will say this color is beautiful. I do think that if you want it to be like super, super bold, put it over a white base. That would look so banging and it would just be freaking perfect. This is so pretty though, because what's interesting is I feel like this has a bit more green to it than a lot of colors that are similar that pull just like straight up neon yellow. This is like a good in-between point. All right, I'm liking the freaking weird direction this is going so far. I am going to take some of my Cliona primer and I'm patting that just on this like outer 2/3 of the lid. And now I'm going to Sticky. This is the metallic shade. It is so pretty. It is like the prettiest emerald green ever, but I wanted to put on that sticky base to really, really get the vibrancy of this one, and it's coming through. It is coming through. Melt does greens really, really well. And I'm gonna blend this, don't worry, but oh my God, look at how metallic that is, how incredibly metallic. And I'm just kind of patting with my finger that has no shadow on it between the two colors to blend them together. God, with this color, a little bit goes such a long way, which is nice. This is almost a color that when I was swatching it, I was like, that is so gorgeous that I'm almost worried right away that I would pan it because it's so freaking pretty, but I'm glad to know that a little bit goes a long way. Oh man, I just realized I'm putting some more of the bright yellow in. You know what this would look banging over? Would be Melt Afterlife Gel Liner. Oh, it would look so good. Now using a pencil brush, I am going into Heavy Haze, which again is that beautiful dark forest green color. And this is going to go right on the outer edge to deepen this up. Oh man, that's a gorgeous color. I really like that. That really like seals it off nicely. Guys, as far as fallout, there is none. Like literally none. That's perfect. Okay, so what I want to do on the lower lash line, ooh, I was going to say, do I want to go Colibri or do I want to go Hellflower? I want both, but how do I use both? You know what? This is a good opportunity for me to try Colibri. So this is my older one. Let me see. See, when I brush my brush in it, it's looking pretty good. And this is a metallic blue-green color. So it is still beautiful. I will say it could probably be more emollient at this point. This probably is a little dried out, so I probably will be swapping it for the new one. They are the exact same formula, the exact same color, but I think I am going to switch it out. But for now, that is Colibri, and I think I'm going to try. This. Let's see if I take a tiny bit of Hellflower. And I'm actually going to take a pointed brush. This is so emollient. So emollient. I barely touched my brush in there. And I want to put that right on this inner corner. I don't know if you can tell on camera how beautifully it went on because it is nice and emollient. Oh, and in person, you can totally see the difference between those two colors. This is a much richer green than I was expecting. That is so freaking pretty. Okay, let me go ahead. I am going to finish my eyes and I will be right back and we will do the lips. All right, before I go in with the lipstick, I'm going to line with Melt Rosette because I feel like it's pretty similar in tone to the lipstick, and I want to see the lipstick for what it is first before I do any like contouring. All right, now the baked lipstick. Oh, so this is honestly a bit lighter than I was expecting, which isn't a bad thing because I thought that this was going to be such like a neutral pink that I'm like, everybody already has this. So let me take a darker lip liner. I hope it's not too dark, but I'm going to go in with Melt Toast and just kind of contour a little. All right, I think I prefer it a bit more contoured, and I do not need more blush. I do not need more blush. So here's my first look with the Melt Evergreens collection. What do I think? You guys already know what I think. Like, do I even have to say it? I love it. I freaking love it. I love this stack. I think it's fantastic. I love green eyeshadow looks. I love how complete this one is because I feel like you could just use this light yellow and it would be beautiful. You could just use the shimmer. You could just use those dark colors. I really like it. The liners I love. I wound up putting Hellflower also in my waterline and it's perfect. The blush, fantastic. The lipstick, fantastic. So if you don't want to buy the full collection, what I recommend for sure is the eyeshadow stack. And I would say Hellflower gel liner. I think Colibri is beautiful, and I use the hell out of Colibri. I don't know if you could see how much of a dip I had in my first one, but this color is so special. This lipstick is stunning. I will use the hell out of it, but do you already have a lipstick that looks like this? Because if you do, you don't need it. You don't need another pink lipstick, but I think it's beautiful. This blush, it's interesting because this is not a shimmery blush, but I do feel like there's a bit of a sheen to it. And I really do like this color a lot. I like the formula a lot. So I think this one is going to be like a formula question for you, right? Because the color is a nude, neutral pink color. If you have 50 blushes that look like this, do you need another one? Probably not. But I actually, surprisingly, don't. I have a lot of like bright orange, bright pink, bright purple blushes, but I don't have a lot of just like neutral blushes. This one is just very pretty, and I really like the lipstick. I am so happy. I feel like the formula of their matte lipsticks has gotten better over the years, because when they first came out with the ultra matte lipsticks, like I feel like I had to kind of drag them across my mouth, and now they just glide on so easily and they are so freaking pretty. I really love it. So Melt did send this to me, if I didn't say that already, so thank you so much to Melt. But I'll be honest, y'all, I would have bought this whole collection anyway. Personally, for me, this is a collection that I like to have as a whole, but I am so freaking happy to have it. I want you to tell me in the comments down below what you are thinking overall. I especially want to know, how do you feel about the stack format? Because I feel like I don't hear a lot of people talk about these, and I love them so freaking much. I take them traveling with me, the others, whenever I go on a vacation, and I just love them because they're so compact, but the quality is so good. So let me know what you think of that. But if you made it this far in the video, please take one more second and give the video a thumbs up. It helps my channel out more than you will ever know. You all can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. Those are all Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you guys are my super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole heart, with my whole Melt Loves Beetlejuice heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.